Welcome back, guys. My name's Jono, and this week we're going to install our 3-inch lift kit by Old Man Emu. This should give us the lift required to be able to happily fit the 33s essentially without any sort of rubbing, as well as just give us a bit more ground clearance generally with the vehicle. Not only that though, but we've got load carrying springs both front and rear, which enables us to sort of carry all the load we need for the overlanding stuff, the kitchen, the fridge, the dual battery system, as well as the bull bar and winch up the front there. So overall it should be a balanced vehicle with a really soft ride. Can't wait. If you Google search 3-inch lift kit for a Surf, you don't really find anything in New Zealand. So we have had to contact Union Car Spares up north, and Mike there has done an amazing job to help me kind of custom build a kit that's going to work for the Surf. Now this should give us about a 2.5 to 3-inch lift, as well as carry the load of the likes of that fridge and bull bar, as I said. Mike really knows this stuff when it comes to four-wheel driving, overlanding, anything to do with pretty much anything four-wheel drive. So if you have any questions, hit them up at Union Car Spares, because they did an amazing job of piecing this kit together. And if you want this kit, of course, hit them up as well. So up the front, we've got the front shocks. These are Old Man Emu 9004s. They are nitro charged and just should do a bloody good job of dampening everything. The springs that they're wrapped in are OME 883s. Now these are a load carrying spring designed so that they can actually run the bull bar as well as the winch and of course the turbo and extra manifold and all the weight that's going up the front there. Up the back we've got the 892 springs. These are 300 kg load carrying springs. So again, they're going to be able to carry anything I load in there, the rooftop tent, the awning, the fridge, the dual batteries, the yada yada, the recovery gear, bits and pieces. And then supporting those are going to be the 60027s. These are a firm shock that, again, designed for that load carrying capacity. Finally, we just have an extended brake line because if I'm bumping this rear end by 2.5 to 3 inches, I'm going to have to do the same with the brake line so we don't end up snapping things. Overall, mad excited, and Mike has done an amazing job at helping me through this. So now I'm on my own as we go and install it today. Let's kick into that part. For me to be able to build the strut, because you do have to, they come as separate pieces. The shocks are separate to the springs, but hell, if you talk to Mike, I'm sure they're able to put them together for you by utilizing a new top cap, because the way I've had to do it is basically remove my old strut, take the top cap off, and then rebuild this one with the original top cap that was on the other struts. But if you talk to Mike, he can probably build it for you and send it out as a kit. But otherwise, the good news is we can pretty much install it without having to pull too much apart. The downside is this last bolt is niggly as all hell, but we will do our best. This one's a 19 on both sides, this one's a 14. Quick and easy, eh? He says as he continues to struggle for the next 40 minutes without issue. Bam. It is a painful one, but that wasn't too bad. Pry bar and just a little tap. And with that, passenger side's in. They look real good, really bloody good, actually. So next step, put the tires back on. Now unfortunately, like an absolute amateur, I did not measure a before and after. There we go, eh? Well, I'm pretty sure that that is a lot higher than before. She's going to be a bit of a ride to get used to. But front done, onto the rear. Now, if we're looking at the kits that came with it, we have a pile of bits here, which I've laid out in order here. So, 3 of these little washers, 2 of them are the same, and 1 of them is slightly different. So take note. That different one is of course going to be your cushion locator. So the way this works, if we remove one of these, is we're going to have our first one go on, then we're going to have our polythene bushing, then we're going to have the actual mounting plate of the truck go on. So that's in the truck. Then we need to locate that bushing, for the bushing to go on, followed by the top cap, and then the nut to do it up. So all in all pretty easy. It's just a matter of putting it into place. One done. Into there. Hard compress. Oh god. Come on, boy. And onto there. Woo-wee. Looking snazzy. And with that, we are lifted. Now, as you can probably guess, I totally forgot to do one thing, which was measure before and after. Casual Jono stuff. It's a lot going on when I'm swearing and cursing at this thing, but we're officially lifted. We have a 3-inch lift in there, and should be a far nicer ride once we get her loaded up. At the moment she's empty, so it'll be a bit rough, but let's just take it for a quick run and see what it's like, really. It's worth it now that I've bleed my knuckles, I'm dirty as all hell, swore more times today than I have for a long time. So overall, I don't recommend doing it in your driveway. Maybe if you have concrete rather than gravel, it's probably worth a shot. Let's jump in and go for a drive. This is what the truck now sounds like, it feels like. But so far, on the road, the ride's nicer than it was before. Pretty sure I had a dead shock in the rear last time. Springs are probably a bit old. It feels a lot nicer now, just tighter, can kind of soak things up a little easier. Generally speaking, very impressed and very happy and relaxed now that I'm not underneath the vehicle in the dirt. I'm back to driving it. So not far up the road here, we might as well just shoot down and just, you know, do a little off-roady stuff because we're an off-road channel. It's generally just a heck of a lot smoother. No like jarring or anything, it's just a gentle meander around here now. It's quite lovely. Now this one's pretty rough. A lot of people seem to have come up here. It's just sand, so they just dug holes. So front locker, rear LSD, new suspension, 33s, lifting the wheel because it's what surfs do, and up nice and easily. Didn't even hit boost. I do love this truck, but the new suspension is it's cruisy. I'm loving it. So with that, we have installed our 3-inch lift kit. It probably rides just a tad higher than the 2-inch. It hasn't been noticeable, but it's definitely been noticeable in the comfort zone. I've been out here on 32 psi, like just road pressures. Now, what I'm feeling at the moment is probably even softer than what my old suspension was at sort of 18 psi. So once I lower these tire pressures, this should just soak everything up so much better than before. So I'm very impressed, very happy with it. Huge shout out and thanks to the guys at Union Car Spares, particularly Mike. He's done an amazing job to sort of piece this kit together. If you want the same kit for your surf, then hit them up. I'll put a link in the description to Union Car Spares. One quick phone call and he can quote you a price and get it all sorted. Quick and easy, guys. From here it is off onto the trails. We'll catch you next time. Cheers, team.